Morning. I'm talking about why I do enemas and why you should too today. I will probably speak about enemas for the next couple of days because actually there's a lot of content that I would like to cover, and so for that reason I think it's worth speaking about tomorrow as well. So first of all, you will need to have an enema bucket or an enema bag. They look a bit like, what do you call those things again? A hot water bottle. They look a bit like a hot water bottle. I personally prefer the enema bucket. Mine came from healingnaturally.co.uk. They were manufactured in Germany. They certainly weren't manufactured over in the UK because the UK is far too prudish for that sort of thing. But it's certainly something that everybody could benefit from doing. So you need to get yourself a bucket, get also yourself some spare tubes which you put on the end, and you would be aiming to change those every now and again so that you're having new ones. Obviously you're going to clean your bucket out each time and all of that sort of stuff, but you're not going to use soaps on it. I clean mine with apple cider vinegar, in fact. Anyway, so the other thing is you're going to need a lubricant, and I suggest you get something like coconut oil, organic coconut oil. The reason you want something like that is because whatever you put on your body, 60% of it will be absorbed through your skin and into you. So you don't want to put anything that isn't natural onto your skin, and you want to try and make that habit forming, really. So I mean, even like moisturising things, I only ever use oils, and it works well, really does. So get some coconut oil. Then you may find you don't already have a water distiller in your kitchen. I had to buy mine. I think it cost about 130 quid. Don't actually remember where I bought that from, but I think I probably got it off Amazon, and it's been super. Gets used every day. And you're going to need something like a water distiller because to buy bottled water is going to end up costing you quite a bit otherwise. Plus you've got all of that plastic to dispose of. So anyway, invest in a water distiller, it will be worth it. And you're going to be using a water, like a litre of water each time you do it. And then also get yourself like a metal jug or something like this so that you can prepare things. You will want either coffee to do coffee enemas. I'll show you the coffee that I use. So there. That's from the coffee plant. That's based in Notting Hill in London. They're great, great service. So if you phone them up, they will be very happy to help you. So you've got coffee. Then there's all different types of things you can experiment with. I have experimented with lots of things. I don't even know if those things that I've experimented with, those herbs and things, have actually been the best things to use. But unless you experiment, you're not going to find out. And obviously certain herbs are going to cancel each other out. That's also a learning process. But give it a go. And things like aloe vera, super fantastic. It's really, really cleansing. So that, and it's also very anti-inflammatory, so that's a really nice thing to use. Then things like apple cider vinegar, if you just want to do a cleanse. Now when I say a cleanse, it's basically you're putting the water in and you're pretty much expressing it straight away. So you're putting the water into your colon and then you're allowing it to suppress almost immediately, because you're just cleansing the area. You're not retaining it for a certain amount of time. To retain it, you generally retain it for 20 minutes. An implant is different. An implant, you keep it in there and that's it, it stays in there, but it's a much smaller quantity of water mixed with something. Generally I use sort of like, say, wheatgrass or minerals or things like this. That's what I would use for an implant. So, to get back to other types of enema, so you've got all your different types of herbals that you can use. You've got different types of minerals, apple cider vinegar, which would generally be used for a cleanse, but the apple cider vinegar is really good because it's also very good for people with mucus. So people that have things like sinus issues, asthma, those sorts of things that are mucus, then an apple cider vinegar is actually incredibly soothing, but that you just use as a cleanse. So you put it in and you let it out. And I mean, you can even do urine enemas, but that again, that might be far out for a lot of people. There is so many different types of things out there that you can try. I said yesterday that I really find pau d'arco very good. That's anti-parasitic, in fact. Pau d'arco, it's tree bark from, I think it's from the Amazon, in fact. Yes, it is. It's from the Amazon. And black walnut. That's also anti-parasitic. But oh gosh, there's such a list. Dandelion, peppermint, licorice, nutmeg, thyme, rosemary, clove, oregano. I have tried everything. Turmeric. Ginger, not so much, no, that is too fiery. And I certainly don't use any essential oils, which I believe is far too strong to be putting inside that kind of area of the body. I think that some people have said that it's all right. That's up to them. I personally wouldn't go down that route. I don't think so. So yes, practice with herbals. You can put them into some hot water, infuse them. So like if you take a litre jug and you place your herbals into a litre jug, and then you put in sort of half a litre of boiling hot water and let it infuse, and then when it's cooled down, drain it off into another vessel, and then add some more hot water. That's the other thing, when you're applying an enema, it really mustn't be too hot, mustn't be too hot, mustn't be too cold, just the right temperature to go in there. And enjoy, because life is about being happy, isn't it? And there's no point doing something like an enema and being miserable about it. You might as well embrace it and enjoy the healing benefits of it. A lot of people don't realise that they need to do an enema. A lot of people have no idea that the reason they have constant headaches, the reason that they have spots, the reason that they have dry, flaky eczema and psoriasis and all of these things is a direct result of the fact that their colon is struggling a little bit and needs to get rid of toxic waste matter that's built up over years. Obviously, the older we get, the more of that build-up we get in there. And of course, if you have any form of disease or illness, yeah, it's going to be more so. So, you know, you really need to look after your colon. You really should be doing an enema because it's so useful. The other thing is when your colon is sort of like got a layer surrounding the inside wall, you can't get the nutrients through, so therefore you're going to be deficient too. And this is why it's good to do sort of like a cleanse enema. So say something like an enema with some lemon juice in, and then just express it almost straight away, so that you've cleared your bowels, and then do an implant of, say, something like wheatgrass with some minerals, because the minerals are generally be lacking from your system if you have any form of disease. Anyway, I just realised, my God, it's already 10 minutes and I really wanted to keep these short. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.